Okay, I've started the recording and let's see how many of you have attended the interviews. Ranjan, have you attended any interviews?
Uh, yeah, Vajrang, but it's not related to RPA.
Okay, I'm asking about RPA interviews. Okay,
No, I haven't. I have job right now, but the
Mhm.
thing is, it's not related to RPA. It's something else. It's junior developer.
Okay. So prepare your RPA resume if you want to move into UiPath. And Kumar Kundan, what about you? And by the way,
Yeah, attended
just a
two,
second,
two to
Kumar.
three.
So couple of our team members are already placed with high packages. Maruti with around 21 plus, and there is one more girl who is having around 15 to 16 lakhs package from 6 lakhs to 16. So just keep checking. There are offers flowing in. You just need to be ready with your resume as well as with the answers correctly. Sorry to disturb you, Kundan. Please continue.
Yeah, I attended two interviews
Hmm.
uh, for the last 15 days, but I
Okay.
didn't get positive feedback from there.
Have
I'm
you
still preparing.
have you recorded the videos?
Uh, no, but mostly question was Excel-based question.
Okay. Kundan, the
Uh,
reason I asked you to record
yeah.
is it's not the questions that I am looking at. It's the way how you
Okay.
answer. Okay. The
Okay.
question can be anything.
Yeah.
Okay. But the way how you answer is what will make you a difference.
Okay. I will.
Okay.
If
So
yeah.
just go ahead and try to check with all the details. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you start recording, then if you can share it, then I can give you the correct guidance. Like, okay, this is where you are doing it wrong, and this is where you are doing it right. By the way, this is the last week that we are going to work, and as I suggested, we missed 3 sessions that will complete it in this week, and also 2 extra sessions will be covered. So we'll have close to 5 sessions, and this is the end of our training program that we are going to have. So make use of it completely and check with all the details. Okay. Harmony?
I have attended around three, but the recording I don't like. Uh, we will not have option from our end version for
So
recording.
I am
Only the
asking
host.
you to record audio in your mobile. So
Okay.
open the recorder button,
Okay.
open the recorder app, just record the audio and send it.
Okay.
Okay, you can do that,
I
right?
will.
Maybe with
Yes.
speaker,
Yes.
with laptop on, in speaker mode, you can
Yeah.
record what I am saying and what you are saying.
Okay.
Okay.
I had only two were fine for me. Like I felt the confidence built was you was working fine, but
Okay.
one person was completely into the orchestrator asking some new like very tough questions. I felt I hardly
I
I was
don't think so. Those are tough questions. Maybe you haven't trained. You're not checked with that. That's it.
okay.
Okay.
They was
So
asking about the
mm,
Q trigger
that's simple thing. That's very
and
simple thing.
math. So, but I didn't work and there is no Q like very less examples I can find to
Got it.
work with those. So if there is any option where I can find with those
Yeah.
orchestrator things also, that would be helpful for me,
Yeah,
I
we'll
feel.
be working with Orchestrator this week. So everything with Orchestrator is what we are going to do. So you can check with that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
is like as you have said, the confidence is working. So what kind of confidence is working for you?
Like the first interview,
Uh-huh.
when I was answering, I told him I didn't work on RPA UiPath till now.
Okay.
I only practiced.
Okay.
So when I answered, I was answering him with very fluently as if I worked very confidently.
Okay.
Whenever he's asking something very deeply, I was telling him that, yeah, but not in this project. In the very previous project, I had something, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And like you said, that we should give him confidence that we are going to somehow do it from our end. That is our responsibility.
Exactly.
So when he was asking SAP and all, I was telling him when it is required from a project, I can go a little bit, extend my time or put my own self pressure, and I can learn them whatever is necessary and all.
Exactly.
The interviewer, I asked him for the overview of my performance. He was telling it is overall good. Technically, it is always never ending. So those improvements are common for everybody.
Okay.
So that thing I feel is really good.
Okay.
For the very
Now
first.
did you see the difference between knowing and answering and knowing without knowing the things and answering?
Yeah.
Okay.
But after that second interview, again my confidence levels are little
See,
low.
that confident level.
Yes.
See, what exactly happens in an interview is not every job is ready for you, right? You will have one job that is specific to your skill set, and that day you will specifically answer to that questions, and it will be easier for you. Okay, that 1 week you will have close to 3 or 4 offers in your hand,
Okay.
but for that time you should be ready. You should be ready with all the opportunities and with all the knowledge that you can grab it by that time and be ready. That's it. It will not take much longer.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, don't lose that confidence, and you are very confidently answering even my questions now. So you will do a great job. Amni.
Like I'm little prepared to
Yes,
answer. Even if I'm low inside, I should not sound like that.
exactly,
So I'm just like that.
exactly.
So that's still working.
Yes, excellent.
So
Uh,
this is the biggest
hmm,
change I can see from the one which I without joining your course, the one which I answered, and this is the one which after joining the course.
exactly.
So the confidence level is the first point I want to mention.
Got it. Thank you so much, Avni. So this first day, I'm trying to analyze how you people have used our course and try to attend at the interviews. So that this 1 week I will specifically concentrate on what's missing for you. Okay. So Lakshmi, what about you? Thanks, Amani.
Yeah, thank you.
Lakshmi, Lakshmi, please come back with your audio turned on. I'm removing you from the meeting. Gurdeep,
Hi, Vajra. Hi,
hi.
everyone.
Uh, have you attended interviews, Guru? I didn't get you.
I'm an RPA, senior RPA developer.
Okay.
I'm already working as an RPA developer in UiPath.
Okay. So, are you
Yeah,
attending any
so
interviews?
no, I'm not attending any interviews. I just attended interview in January and I just placed. So I'm working as an RPA developer. I joined this course so that I can improvise my UiPath skill and also prepare for my advanced certification.
So, what about the projects? Is our course helping you in getting the correct questions to your seniors and all?
Yes. So the last session that we had, the one which we had with the kit and everything, like how to manage the code and everything, that was very helpful. And also the last session we had where you have provided us with an actual project, that management system, and using the RE framework and everything. And Maruti had one session, and that was really helpful. So yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So keep checking on. One more week of excellent sessions are going to come, and you will learn what you can learn in an organization for 6 month period is what you are going to learn here in within a week. So be attentive.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Guru. Anil Kumar.
Hello.
Yeah, Anil.
Actually, I attended for Wipro,
Okay.
and most of the questions on API, have you worked on API-based automation and also have you worked on custom activities and also macro one question they have raised.
Okay.
And most of the things on project-wise, I did 100%, but these are the new concepts which I was not worked on.
Okay.
If,
So,
yeah.
how were you answering better now, or are you still in the same way that you answered earlier? Like you are not able to
No,
understand.
in the initial stage, tell me about yourself and your work experience. I'm saying myself is this and what I am and what I am working, and that is the thing. Most impressed answer is your one like using UiPath orchestrator and robots and something you have given one answer, right?
Correct.
That is the same answer I have given. So that I felt very happy with that answer. And remaining, I don't know about API and custom activities where I have failed.
Okay. So yeah, still the
And
technical things will
also,
still remain, but that's fine. But are you confident enough to answer the interviews now or not?
yes, Vajrang. And one more thing, they have given one system test, please display today's date and time, first one, and please display all the Saturdays and Sundays in the year and with number.
Okay. So
Something
is it a
mostly
live test or is it a
live test. Yeah,
okay.
live test.
Okay. So
This is like Wipro by UiPath.
I got it. I got it. UiPath actually hires with multiple clients, so Wipro is one of it. So were you able to get all the Saturdays and Sundays or not?
No, sir.
Okay.
I failed to do that.
Okay. But what about date and time? Current date and time?
Yeah, that I did.
No. Okay.
First one is uh, easy only. Then I felt bit difficult by asking. They are rising please display last Saturday and please display last Sunday in the month. Like that, the difficulty level is increasing. They have initially they have given 5 questions starting only. First, they need to display the date and time with the current time. That I did, and later they asked display Saturdays and Sunday, and also last month and Saturday, and display the Saturdays and Sundays in count
Okay.
in the year. So this
Okay.
is the one,
Okay.
and
Can you list down
these are
all
the
the interview questions because these are UiPath interview questions? So accept it or not, UiPath has a proper and a series of questions that interviewers need to ask. They will not go outside this interview questions. The reason is they will be interviewing thousands of people and they cannot randomly ask any question. So what they will normally do is they will prepare a set of questions and those are technical basically with UiPath. So they will pick questions from those only. For example, if someone wants to ask about date, this is what they will do. If someone want to ask about Excel, so Excel is simple. So what they will do is they will first ask you to write an Excel table with some duplicate values, and once you write it, then read the table and remove all the duplicates and write it in the same place, but remove the previous data. So this is what one of our team member had with a UiPath interview, and she was able to crack it, and she is right now working, okay, in UiPath. So Anil, prepare those questions and in an Excel or Gautami, can you please turn off your video? So prepare your questions in an Excel and then share it in the team.
yeah, sure,
Okay,
boss.
everyone, do share your questions, and that's how you will get your answers properly done. Okay, Darshini, thank you, Anil. Darshini.
Hi, Arjun.
Hello.
Yeah, I didn't attend any interview.
Why, Darshini?
I didn't get the confidence yet. I need to practice and then.
Do one thing, attend one or two interviews even if you don't have confidence. Let's see now what is your confidence level. How are you telling that you don't have confidence? Let's assume the level that you are expecting is far more higher than what an interviewer is expecting. An interviewer is asking a smaller type
Yeah,
of
that
question.
might be true.
Yes. So attend the interviews and do it this week. Do it now immediately. Take the help of your team members. Check with their resumes and prepare your resume and prepare and apply for it. And in the Naukri, keep ready to join right now. And you have 3 to 4 years of experience, at least 2 years of experience.
Okay,
Okay. At least get those interviews.
sure.
Okay. Yeah. Alekia?
Thank
Yeah, Vajran. From long back, I'm attending interviews, and I got placed
Oh.
in two startups and one MNC.
Okay.
But then, I'm unable to answer like some managerial questions. Uh, like if they are going in deep about orchestrator enterprise edition, like what is the difference between standard machine and machine template, kind of those questions, because we don't have experience in working with enterprise edition, right? And also most of the common question is modern folder and classic folder differences.
Okay.
Yeah, few of them, if they are going in deep and if they are trying to confuse me, like I'm unable to, in one of the interviews, like in HCL, I was able to clear the first two technical interviews, but then in managerial interview, I don't know why, I wasn't that confident enough to give the answers.
Okay.
So yeah, in last round, like in few of the interviews in last round, I'm getting rejected.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so you already have offers for to work with
Yeah,
UiPath.
I do.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what was your previous pay scale and what is your current pay scale that with the new offers?
Have before one is 4.1.
Okay.
Now I got offer for 8. One is 9. One is 10.
Okay. So you have three offers now. See, with
Yeah.
respect to those managerial questions, all they are checking is if you have any kind of orchestrator management or any kind of orchestrator new version integration, something like that. But
Yeah.
fine,
Yes.
that's fine. Maybe this week we'll work on it, right? So you can check all those details. Okay,
Yeah,
but
and also
tell me.
in which version have you worked?
Yeah, yeah,
If I
even
say
mm,
yeah.
even that we will check. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
yeah. Yeah. That's it.
congratulations on getting 100%, more than 100% hike, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Like if we don't consider my third year compensation. Like
That's absolutely great, Alekia. But yeah, still, if you want to go for higher pay scales, you can just go ahead and try. All the best.
like can, like my target is for 12 actually. Can we do that?
You can. So right now, your current you have are you already drawing four only or anything more?
Maybe by end of this month I'll be getting 5.
Okay. 12 is easy then.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Like my target is that, and I still have 1 month to join.
Yeah,
Like 1.5 months to join.
you can get
Okay.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Vaj.
Yes, just write out a testimonial to see what and how things worked for you. Others will get to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Will definitely.
Is your confidence increased now to answer the questions?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Before I used to say I
Uh,
have an experience, but then in my current project I wasn't like into the RPA team.
uh,
Now I'm confidently saying that I am into RPA team and I have 2 years of experience.
okay, great, great. Okay, what about you, Ajay? Thank you so much, Alekia. Ajay?
Thank you.
Hi, Vajra.
Hi. Then.
Actually, I got offer in a startup company. It's like hybrid workforces.
Okay.
It's located in Gujarat.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Mm. Tomorrow is my joining day.
Oh, congratulations, Ajay. So very happy that most of you have attended interviews and most of you have already grabbed opportunities from multiple organizations. And what was your previous pay scale and how much hike did you get, Ajay?
Actually, by pressure I got it.
Oh,
By pressure.
so
Yes.
were you able to
And
answer better than a fresher in the interviews?
yes. They are surprising.
They are
Like
surprised.
PDDs, STDs.
Okay,
By freshers they don't know, right?
exactly,
PDDs, STDs, like
exactly,
RE framework, architecture.
exactly.
By telling all these things, they got surprised.
Okay, I hope you learned it very well then.
Yes, Vajrag,
Uh,
because of you only.
thank you so much. Do send out the testimonial. Very good, guys. And if someone want to talk, then please unmute and talk because we are 30 minutes up with the class. So I'll just complete API discussion for today. And did anyone else get an offer? Got an offer already? Want to share?
I was yes, I already had an offer and I'm
Mm,
serving notice period. So
okay.
still looking for better opportunities in
What
order to
what?
pay skill and all.
How much pay scale did you got, and what is the current pay scale, and how much percentage did you get a hike for?
Actually, I got first two offers from Cognizant and TCS, and those both of them are for 8.
Mm-hmm.
And from then, I am not able to. Still, I don't have any other offer other than those two.
Mm,
And my last working day is 2nd June. And my
okay.
current package is 5.15.
Okay. So you can go for 12 easily. See, don't go for MNCs now. You already got two offers from MNCs. Now, what
Yeah.
to do is, other than the five, like Infosys, Tech Mahindra, so maybe you can try, but go apart from this, whatever you have, other opportunities, you go for those, then you can get more than 12 lakhs package. Okay. These are the companies
Yes.
like though like if you have 3 years of experience, you should be paid only 8 lakhs. That's what they will have targets for.
Yeah, they are not moving ahead with that.
Exactly.
I don't know why.
Exactly. So you should also be strong enough stating that no, I am doing more than this. I want more than 8 lakhs. So for that, you need to go for other than these companies.
They are denying
That's
that
fine.
say that because
It's their
the
right to
same thing
deny.
happened with Nation and all.
Exactly.
I asked for like not I didn't ask for more. I was asking for 9 and they were like we are this is out of our budget. So we
Yeah,
can't do
yeah,
that.
that's fine. You cannot go for some job where they are not ready to pay you, right?
Then I simply said no, but I am regretting that decision whether I should have taken it or not. I said like
No,
I'm not
no,
in a mood to gather offer letters. So
no, no. That's called analysis paralysis. Now, what will happen is if you accept it, all you can have is 8 lakhs offer letters from 3 or 4 companies. Other than that, nothing.
yeah, that makes no sense, right?
Yes. So you need not have those many offer letters. You need only one job. Only one job you can work on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So try to get for a better opportunity. That's fine even if you reject it. Okay. So now you are
Yeah.
grabbing, so from a position where you are asking for interviews and getting selected into interviews, now you are in a position where you are going to select which company you want to work, right? So it will be
Yeah.
easier for you to get for the next opportunity or next offer letter. Just don't accept everything. That's fine. You should also be knowing what you're capable of and how much you should be paid for. By the
Yeah, it's just that I'm not technically that sound, so
No,
that
no, that's
doesn't give
fine.
me
No
any
one is
confidence.
technically sound. Just accept that even the interviewer is not technically sound. Okay,
Okay.
and attend for interviews.
Yeah.
HR will decide the pricing, not the interviewer, technical interviewer.
Okay.
Okay, if HR finds that you are too good, then they of course they will give it to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you.
yep, welcome. Okay, so that's it for the demo part and testimonial part. I'm very happy that most of you are already placed and looking for more offers, and prepare your interviews, keep those interviews ready. So that's how you are going to help others and help yourself. Okay, so now with respect to API, let's start and share. I'll start my screen share. Can you see? Can you see the
Yes,
screen?
First.
Yes. So I'll go ahead with a new screen. Okay. Have you checked my API series in UiPath?
Yes, yes, Pratham.
Okay. I'll
Yes,
not
sir.
go deep into all the things, but I will just give you a heads up on how you can get the things done. API, UiPath. What's wrong? Okay. And here you go. So there are three APIs that I have mentioned in here. Complete course is what you can see. Let's go with part one. I hope there is part one. Part two, complete course. Yeah, here is the playlist. Did I close it? My bad. Okay, let's go. So if you go into my channel, that's free for everyone. So go ahead and check with that and go to playlists. In the playlist, you are going to see APIs playlist. Here are the playlists. Where is this? UiPath with APIs. Yeah. Okay. So here are the four. Here are the three: randomuser.me, API, DFA.gov, and NASA API. So these three are the APIs that I normally suggest, and that will be very easy for you. And for this, you should also know about JSON and how to work with JSON. So randomuser.me, let's open this. I'll just give you a heads up on how things will work and what and how you can get the things done. Okay. So there are three types of APIs and there are multiple ways of authentication. So what do you mean by authentication is what we just need to see. Just a second. So I'll just move it out. Okay. So there are three types of authentications that you can get. So if you open UiPath Studio and what is the package, you can go ahead and chat. Everyone can go on mute. You can go ahead and chat what is the package that we need to use to work with APIs in UiPath. What is the package name that we need to install? UiPath API activities, that's wrong. UiPath.web.automation, yes Ajay, that's correct. So UiPath.web is what we need to install. Um, so let's go ahead with UiPath API. Hope everyone can see my screen. Is it right? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So see, an API is application programming interface. Rather than saying it like that, it's just a collection of data in a either XML form or a JSON form. So what is a JSON is what we need to understand. JSON is a form of representing data with key and value pairs. Okay. For example, in Notepad++, okay, and let's start with a new team. Okay, and plugins, let's go with JSON, format JSON. Okay, so here I'll get you to two things. First thing is a flower bracket and the second thing is a square bracket. Okay, anything inside flower bracket is known as an object and anything inside a square bracket is known as what? General question. If it is in a square bracket, what is it represented as? Sorry?
Key value there.
Just type in the message. If it is in square bracket, then what is it called as? Variable wrong. It is an array. Okay. So a JSON will always be inside an object. A JSON is always an object. JSON, which is known as JavaScript object notation. Okay. So everything will be inside your flower bracket. So if it is in flower bracket, then you can treat it as JSON. The thing is, you can have multiple objects inside a single object. Okay. For example, here we have two members, right? Here we have many members and we are trying to mention details about someone. Let's try to mention details about Ranjan. Okay. And we will use a semicolon to represent the value. So on the left side, whatever we have is a key. On the right side, whatever we will have is a value. But we can represent it in multiple ways. And a key can contain multiple things. It can contain Kumar as a name. Okay. Ranjan first name, or you can say it as first name, or you first name. Then we can go with what else can we give details for Ranjan?
Last name.
Spell name. Okay.
Address.
Address.
Email ID. Phone number. Like
Okay. Email. Okay.
No,
Sorry. k.r@gmail.com. So just understand, is this an object? Does this represent some data about Ranjan? Okay. So in the same way, let's also represent details about Amani. AMANI GOG, and this is AG. Okay, so can you see that I have separated both objects with a comma? Okay, so when you are representing multiple objects with a comma, then this should be a array. Okay, both have similar kind of structure. Is it right or not? Does this structure equally same as this structure or not? Yes or no? Just go ahead and chat over messages. That should be fine. No need to unmute and talk. We have first name, last name, email. We have email, first name, last name, and email. Yes. So this is a kind of representation, but this cannot be a JSON cannot be represented directly with a square bracket. So what we can do is we can just write it as members, and in that members you have an array. Okay, now this members is an array object. In that array object you have all these values. I'll just keep it away. So let's have it. The best thing about JSON is you can validate JSON, format JSON. Okay, see, that's what it will do. It will throw errors if it is not correct. So there is something called JSON lint that will help you to correctly format the data. Okay, let's go ahead and give out the values. Control A, Control C, Control V. Okay, validate JSON. So here it is saying that this is not a correct way of representing a JSON. So what is the correct way? So a valid JSON goes something like this. Results, gender, and everything. So let's go ahead and give it out here. Validate JSON. So this is a valid JSON if you observe. Okay. Now, so the simple way of representation is these are the details of one person. Okay. Now we also have the representation over here. Let's correct what we have made wrong in us. Okay, this is done. Validate JSON. So this is closed. Okay, this is closed. Let's see. If you know how to do that, please guide me. Do you know the reason why it failed? The key is not represented in double quotes. This is the only reason why it failed. F name, F Kumar, and every key and value should be separated by a comma. The last one need not have a comma, but the first two, if you are representing something, then it should have a comma. Now this is a valid JSON. Okay, here are all the details that are available for one particular person. We have details about if it is male or female, name, we have all the details, location, we have details, and street number, we have details, date of birth, we have details, picture, we have large, medium, and thumbnail. And if you can see that this is in the form of a single result. That is the reason it is represented in a square bracket. If it is having multiple results, then we will have results 1, results 2. Now, how can we read this data, or how can we get the information? If you observe, when we are trying to make a HTTP request, we are getting everything in the form of a proper view. This is because it is in a HTML format. That is a view how we are going to see it. But JSON doesn't require a HTML or a view. We should be able to read the data properly, and that's how you're going to get the results. And see here, we have results and we have square bracket open and we have multiple results available. Okay, and all these two are open APIs. Why am I calling these as open APIs? Can anyone tell? Why am I calling API FDA Gov and random user API as open APIs. So Ajay is saying we don't need credentials. You're absolutely right. So APIs comes with credentials also. For example, let's assume that there is a government website and you're trying to pull up the information. For example, this NASA information. And what happens if lakhs and lakhs of people try to get information at a single point of time? Then obviously system will not be able to handle it and it will crash. Okay, to avoid all such things and to have authenticity on who is accessing our information and how they are accessing the information, we are using something called authentication. So there are three types of authentication that we can have. So let's have this meeting notes and sorry, more files. Let's open everything and then what happened? Teams, team project one. Okay, project notes. Let's have everything in place. Okay, 9.7, 15th April, 9th session. Okay, 12th. Now this is 13. Date is 9 April, 9 May 2022. Okay, and we are working with UiPath and API integration. So what is the package that we need to add? At least now type in correctly. UiPath.web.api is the package that we are going to use. Okay, dot activities. So in this package, what are the details that we can have is we'll see it later, but let's go ahead and open a main file. In that, let's add web API HTTP request. Okay, here you can see all the details: endpoint, preview URL, SSL certificate, response, authentication. So how many types of authentication do we have? Simple authentication, none, auth1 and auth2. Let's see what are those. There are 4 types of authentication provided by UiPath. Auth types. First one, simple, no auth. That means no username and password. Simple authentication. That means we have a simple username and password. OAuth 1, OAuth 2. So these are the types of authentication that we have. It's like different ways of getting the information with different protocols or different keys. We can just use username and password, but API should support it to use username and password. The second thing is consumer key, consumer secret, and access token. So instead of just username and password, we need to have a key, a secret, and an access token. And the third one and the fourth one is access token. And the last type of token is we just need to have an access token. So if someone gives you an access token, that you can use to work with it. Okay. Now here we have auth2. Let's go with none. And let's try to get one information. Random user API. Let's get the information. Just paste the URL. Other than that, nothing. Hit on preview and you can see all the values. And this is the raw body and response information. So here few things that you need to check is what is the response and what is the status code. What is the response? So here we have authentication, then we have keywords for APIs, response, and then we have success criteria or code. What is the status code? So see, there are some predefined status codes for HTTP. Other than 200, do anyone know any of the status codes? Just send out a message. What are the other types of status codes that you know? There is one, yes, 401. Okay. Someone might have seen 404 error. For example, if YouTube is there and in this YouTube, let's say that I have this in the thing. So I'm trying to call something that is not available with YouTube. So it is saying on the top, you can see, right, 404 node not found, and this page is not available. So if you have something or if you get something that is not available, then it will throw 404 error. In the same way, we have multiple types of errors. So 400 errors are client errors, 500 errors are server errors, 300 are redirectional. Anything that is with 200 is successful. Anything with 100 is informational response. So these are the specific codes that are given. For example, if you and me need to understand and work with the code, what we did, we tried to learn GitHub and we tried to work with GitHub. In the same way, when creating HTML or when creating how response should be, how request and response should be made, these are the types of requests and responses that they have given or that they have made it as mandate. Like if there is something that is not available, then send a 404 error. So these will be created by the developers of APIs and HTML. So all you need to know is you need not create anything. You need to just understand the things. Okay. Now if you go ahead and see, I have a HTTP random user API and I just give it. If I go with API 4 and if I go ahead and preview it, I will see that the response is not found and the status code is 401. Okay, and if I go back and change it, preview, and I still get a response. So this is what and this is how you can make a HTTP call. Okay, and hit on OK. Now, can you get only the information or can you also get some files with HTTP or APIs? For example, okay, I just have some information that I have, like, okay, I have this information. Can I also send files with APIs? Yes or no? Just send out message. Can you send files? Okay. What kind of files can you send? what kind of files can you send in API? Text, JPG. The best answer is all kinds of files can be sent. Okay, but the only thing that we need to see is the file size should not be too long, because if you are requesting for something and if you're not getting within a specific time, then that particular information is treated, or that particular request is treated as failed. So that is the reason you need to get the information as quickly as possible. Okay, so here we have a HTTP request. Let's try to get the information and see what information do we have. And here we have request URL, and there are multiple verbs. These are called the verbs of HTTP. The most used ones of HTTP requests are, what are the most used HTTP verbs? Just give out the names: get, post, put, delete, and what else? Put, delete, options, patch, and merge. These you have, but so what are the best used, or what are the most used verbs that we have? Get, post, put, and delete. These are the only 4 verbs that I used, but the most used ones are post and get. Okay, out of these are the most used ones. So in an interview, if someone asks you what are the verbs that you have used, then you can say that I have used get and post to get the information. So what is the difference between get and post? Get will fetch once, okay, and if you make same request again, it will get from memory. But here, every time you make a fetch request, every time you make a post request, it will process request again. For example, here you have, sorry. For example, I tried to make a request to get information about a student. Okay. Now, if I make the information, if I request information about a student, it will go into a database and it will get me the result. But if I make a request, same request again using get, then it will have the memory, have the information stored in a memory location, and it will get that information from there. But if it is a post request, then every time it will go into the application and it will go to the database and it will fetch the result. So that is the difference. So if you are sure that you will not have new information, then you can use get. But if you want to get new information every time, then you can go with post. The other thing is, get will get the information only from the servers. Post, you can also send the information to servers. For example, here I have a result like, okay, when I make this HTTP request, I will get this information, right? Now I have gender and name. I want to update this information. So which verb do I use to update the information? Can you please reply by what we have discussed till now? Which verb do we use to send the information? Post, only Nagaraj is saying post. What about others? Post. Great, great. Okay. So post is what we will use. So go ahead and check it out. By tomorrow, what I would request each and everyone to do is to
Hello everyone,
complete this
Vajrang here.
playlist.
One of the interview
This is just a 1 hour
question that can be a
playlist,
deciding factor for you to
but this is very important for you to get the information, or for you to get all the details. And again, as we did earlier, I will not be sitting and working things for you. Once you complete this one, the next two are the projects for you that you need to sit and work. So by today evening, you need to complete this API values. Control V. Okay, so by today evening you should be able to complete all the values or all the videos, and from tomorrow we will see how you can get the next projects done with APIs. Okay, so this is the playlist, and this is just a 1 hour playlist. You can go ahead and complete all the details in the playlist, and this is only with random user API. Once you complete with random user API, tomorrow we are going to see with FDA as well as with respect to NASA API, where we need to fetch the values using authentication. Okay, let's complete our project. So we made a HTTP request. Let's see the result. So let's write the result somewhere in text file. Write text file. So in this text file, let's go ahead and write some values. This is HTTP response. So here you have options. This is the output response content. Let's go ahead and give it out str. This is a string response. Okay, and let's paste it somewhere, and that is here data.json, because this is a JSON file and I know it. Debug. So let's go with refresh, and here you go. And these are the results that we have. I would like to add two important activities here. One is parse JSON, JSON parse. So deserialized JSON is what we are going to use. Okay, so I'm going to give string response, and I'm going to give a JSON object. Control K, J object response. Okay, now instead of giving a string response, I will give J response over here. J object response dot toString. JSON format. Okay, I already have a data JSON. Now all I'm doing is I'm trying to open this in Notepad++. Okay, let's try to open this one here. So this is my data. Okay, remember the format. Now when I run it again, all I did is I deserialized the JSON, or I formatted the JSON. I converted it as per JSON format, and I have data JSON format. Now can you see the difference between both results? Okay, one is completely in string format without any spaces, but as you format it, you can read all the information as you want. Results you have, and results is an array, so it contains multiple results. This is the first result. Gender you have, name, location, all these details. Okay, so we'll deal more, or we will check with this more in next session. For now, today we have completed. Do you have any questions? One question only I'll take, so please unmute and ask your question. Please ask your question.
Vajran,
Yes, tell me.
is APIs used only to extract data fastly, or else we have other advantages as well if we are using APIs into our project?
See, APIs are not having any UI information or user interface, right?
Yeah.
So the way how the data is loaded will be much more faster. All you need is you just need to send the information in a text format.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so application
Usually for
programming.
projects.
Okay, first thing is it is mainly to send the data. Second thing is, see, um, multiple there are multiple programming languages, right?
Yes.
And there are multiple websites also.
Yeah.
How can data from website can be understood by other website? For example, if you open Google Flights, I'll just open Google Flights. Okay, and here you go. Or even you can go with Paytm as well. Google Flights. Okay, now when I open Google Flights, is Google storing all the information about these flights?
Yes. Like,
For example, I want
yeah,
to
it
go
is.
from
Like,
Hyderabad to JFK. Search. I have details about Air India. This is Air India. This is Sri Lankan Americans. This is Gulf American Airlines and Emirates. Okay, and will airlines websites, will they give the personal information of their flights to Google? Do you really think that they will do that?
no.
So all Google is doing is they are making HTTP calls with authentications. Okay, and they are getting information from Emirates, they are getting information from Air India, they are getting information from everything, and they are showing that information for you. And
Yeah.
how
Yes.
much time does it take? We cannot wait for days, right? Or even we cannot wait for minutes to get the information. We want information within a split of second. Is it right?
Yes. Yes.
Now the information should be sent very fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is the reason. But everyone are using one format of data. What is that format?
JSON.
Exactly. So they are representing data in one specific format, and Google is formatting that information or getting all that information and showing to us as a readable format.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The same
Like,
goes with,
like in this case,
tell me.
um, in this case, does Google like it? It should have authentication for to get the details, right? Uh, like whether the link or authentication, maybe
Exactly.
password
So
kind of.
Google has its own authentications in the server level. We are not worried about it.
Okay.
Let Google make those authentication requests. If you want something with API, or if you want to make an API call, then you need to worry which authentication it is, how many types of authentication, and what is the format. Another example is you have tried, maybe you have tried to book a ticket in movie, right? Movie, yeah. So Paytm cannot store all the information, live information. Okay. All it does is it will have a gateway which stores the information and it will make a request, because
Okay.
these are like live data. Like if I book a ticket, it should not be booked for you the same seat. Is it right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So it cannot store all the theaters information and all it can does is it can extract information and it can show that okay, this is the information that you have. Once I book some ticket, okay, I make some request. Let's say that I will go with Mirage and I will book a ticket from here and I will check with some seat. Okay, so once I check with some seat, okay, this same seat should not be allocated to you if you are trying to book. Okay, so it will make a post
Yeah.
request to that particular maintainer who maintains this particular service.
Yes.
Okay, then it will block that particular seat and it will close the transaction. So every
Okay.
transaction you make, every website request you make is a HTTP request, or it's a HTTP request that you're going to make and it's getting some response. That's it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Is your question
Yeah.
answered?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, maybe I should stop it now. But I hope this started or laid a foundation for advanced concepts of API and orchestrator that we are going to do. Okay, so one thing that I want you somehow to make is make an API call. Okay, and that API call should be random user API, and store that information in orchestrator as a orchestrator queue item. So if anyone is able to do this, they will get 500 rupees Amazon gift voucher tomorrow. Okay, I'm serious. Prepare it and make it ready. And whoever gives the best output, maybe you can think more on that API, try to get the result again and try to add it to Excel. Maybe if you complete this video, you will get more details about it. I have given you the playlist, right? I'm going to give it back to you as 500 rupees Amazon gift voucher. So it's not about money, basically. It's about the way how you implement it. So go ahead and use it. Okay.